Thank you, my dear viewer. As I had earlier on promised, I want us to look at what we call the 20 fundamental principles of personal finance. I had actually put, this is one of the magazines that you can get and read about it. It is the magazine is called The Way to the Desired Destiny. The author of this magazine is Pastor Simeon Bevy, the family ambassador. So if you read this book, if you get this particular magazine, this is an article that I had put on July, September series 2017, quarterly issue number 002. And I just thought it was good for me to come and share with you what I had written here. Then I call it a day. For more, this is what I want to teach you. So you can see here, if you can be able to see from that head, there it is written 20 fundamental principles of personal finance. Then from there, we'll call it a day. And now that I'm the author of this article, I'll just go directly to the point. I had given other commandments in this particular YouTube channel, but now I want us to concentrate on what we call the 20 fundamental principles of personal finance. 1. If you are a Christian, note that if you are a Christian, you have to pay tithe 10% of your income if you're a Christian. I do not have to re-emphasize on that, but I'm only saying that you need to pay 10% of your income. It is godly, it is in the Bible. If you want to make a serious impact on your life, if you want to go financially, if you want to move to levels never experienced before, tithe. Give God what belongs to God. Tithe 10% of your income. Point number 2, I'm giving you the 20 fundamental principles of personal finance is what we call you must learn to spend less than you earn. Learn to spend less than you earn. In the newspaper, in the Daily Nation of the month of March, the front page, Kenyans are fully selling 1.2 billion shillings a day. Think about it, 1.2 billion shillings a day. Nobody fully sells when he's building a house. Nobody fully sells when he's building a car or buying a car. It's purely consumption. That is the mistake that we do. So spend less than you earn and learn to live within your means. Principle number 3, learn to pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means, now I normally give a very funny scenario. If you have a salary of 10,000 shillings, you pay house rent 2,000 shillings, you pay water 500, you pay electricity 500, you pay house girl 500, you are paying other people. When do you pay yourself first? So you should give yourself a value so that you may be able now to appreciate that the efforts and the energy and the time that you're spending making that money is also productively compensated. Rule number 4, have a budget and follow it religiously. This is the starting point for every other goal in your life. So always have a budget. The government of Kenya, as we speak right now, they are preparing the budget for 2021-2022. So the problem with many Kenyans, they have not been able to recognize that budgeting, you do it before you get to your resources. So budgeting means you have got some plans ahead of you, and now what you need to do is to allocate your resources accordingly, or you appropriate your resources accordingly. If you earn 50,000 shillings, you have education to pay for your children next week, you say 10,000 will go. So even when that money comes, you already know where that money is going to go. That's what we call budgeting. Now, number 5, never ever go to the supermarket hungry. Carry a shopping list instead. Never ever go to the supermarket hungry, and remember to carry a shopping list. Number 6, avoid foreign trades unless you can afford it. Some of us people, we go buying the most expensive clothes. Some of us people, we end up buying the most expensive cars that we can't be able to maintain and sustain. And let me give you a shocker, or a shocker for that matter. I've gone to so many estates and I've found so many cars actually parked, which have been parked there for more than 5 months or 6 months, because somebody thought by buying a car, it was going to become an identity point from his peers or her peers, only to realize that that car required to be fueled every day, that car required maintenance, it required insurance, among other things. So you can't be able to maintain and sustain that. So please avoid foreign trades unless you can afford it. Point number 7, simplify your life. Simplify your life. This personal finance tip is similar to the previous one. Warren Buffett lives in a house he built in 1947. for only 31,500 US dollars. Carlos Slim has lived in the same house for more than 40 years, yet they are the people who are among the richest people globally. What about with your little money? And why should you do things that are not adding up, that are not proportionate to your income? Constantly pursuing things you don't need puts you on a financial treadmill. Put an upward escalator in terms of putting your resources where they should be. Number 8, if you must take a risk, take the one that won't cripple you in case of negative income or outcome for that matter. So that's what you need to do. Do not put all your money in one project. Do not put all your earnings, all your life savings into one project. Anything can happen. Even when you're flying in an aircraft, if you are going to Mombasa, for instance, if you are going to South Africa, if you are going to Southern Sudan, if you are going to Kigali, Rwanda, do not go in the same aircraft with your family members. Anything can happen and the whole family is wiped out. So we are saying, if you must take a risk, take one that won't cripple you in case of negative outcome. Number 9, avoid get rich quick schemes. Like they are called Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes. Many Kenyans have lost colossal amounts of money to those unscrupulous people out there purporting that they can be able to generate a lot of income for you. You must ask yourself some underlying fundamental questions. Where are they investing your money? Are they legally established? Do they have a legal framework? Are they recognized by the authority of the day? So avoid getting rich quick schemes. Point number 10, window shop before buying a major item. So I've said in the past, don't just go buying an item because you have found it. Do a little bit of window shopping. You'll see how much money you can be able to save. Number 11, as I said it initially, live within your means. This magazine, Mr. Karaoke, is called The Way, as you can see. It is called The Way. If you come to my office, I can be able to give you a copy. You can make arrangements. It has got a lot of content, good content, even apart from what I'm teaching you here. Burning the midnight oil without coercion. It's a very nice topic. I'll need to take you through a little bit on this. The other topic here is what we call unmasking the traditional man behind modernity mask. Very, very important topic. We have another one here, which is called The Riveting Splendor of St. Andrew's Church Main Sanctuary. We have another one here, Top Cleric Kanya's 4-decade walk with God. He passed on, unfortunately, but he left something for us to read here. And of course, now you're here reading about Dr. Kebicho. You can see me here. I'm the one. So I'm sharing with you this information for free. And I think we were on, I hope Mr. Danny Karik will be able to get that. So you're saying you have to live within your means. Number 12, save for holiday early enough. Start saving your money right now for your holiday. Number 13, set aside at least 6 times your gross pay for emergency. This is called cash and cash equivalent. This emergency account could be created over a period of time and not necessarily at a go. You can also secure a comprehensive insurance cover to cushion you against unforeseen medical eventualities. So we are talking about you making sure that you have got some money in the account. In this era of COVID-19, before your patient is admitted in hospital, you must raise at least a minimum deposit of 100,000 shillings. That money is a lot of money for information. So you require to have an insurance cover just in case. Very, very important. Number 14, avoid credit cards. Credit cards will make you poorer. The last time I used a credit card was in the year 1998. And I got a pair of scissors. I cut it into 2 pieces because when you're spending money on a credit card, you think you'll not pay that money. After all, you're still spending money that you have in an anticipation, and therefore your budget will always be completely distorted. So avoid credit cards. Number 15, pay off credit card debits. This, Mr. Karaoke, the cost of this book was at, how much were they selling it at? It was going at about 100 shillings. And about 100 shillings were not long. No, 250 shillings. It is properly written here. 250 Kenya shillings here. So, but this one, because remember, this was edition for 2017. So I know they have the current one, but if you specifically want this, I can make arrangements for you to get a copy. And of course, I'm giving you the points that I've been able to portray. So, pay off credit card debts. Credit card debt is the number one obstacle to getting ahead financially. So pay those debts. Now, number 16, develop mobile calling ethics. Don't just call don't make unnecessary calls. Making those cell phone service providers the billionaires that they are. It takes you time and energy to make this money. So be wise. Don't just make unnecessary calls. Text if it is possible. Call when it is necessary. Now, number 17, learn from your past financial mistakes. If you have made past financial mistakes, why should you continually repeat? So change the course. Number 18, avoid shopping with friends who encourage impulse buying. You know what I mean by that? So I would even prefer that you go shopping on your own. Why should you be accompanied by another individual? They were not there in the first place when you're making that money. Why should they become part of you? After all, tastes and preferences are different. So you have your own prerogative of making a decision on how you want to go and shop. So don't carry those friends or make you end up spending money that was not intended to be used in the first place. Number 19, understand the kind of loan that you're taking. There are good and bad loans. Good loans include a large purchase, after taking what we call due diligence, taking a loan for business, taking a loan for an education for your children, and of course, to clear an existing loan with what we call lower. You clear the loans with interest rates that are higher first, so that you can be able to be left with those loans that are people friendly. Bad loans include taking loan for personal consumption, such as home improvement, payment of brand price, purchase of a personal car, a holiday loan, or a car, or a loan to throw a party. That is not wise. And then finally, point number 20, now as I wind up, look for areas to invest in, buy shares and stocks in real estate, buy returns-giving insurance policies, and invest in the money market, balance funds, mutual funds, equities, treasury bills, and bonds. And of course, finally, consult professionals so that you can be able to avoid what we call the scenario of putting your money where it's not supposed to be taken. And as I had promised, because I've got other engagements with those many remarks, God bless you. Thank you so much once again for watching, share with your friends. It has been always my pleasure. To contact us, again, call us on 0713 534 65 for more details. God bless and have a wonderful day.